When you face resistance, there's one solution. And the one solution is to Our minds try to trick us 2 ways. Our minds try to make us not even engage in the activity that we truly want to do for the fear of the uncertainty, the fear that it'll be bad, the fear that you won't create something good, the fear that you're not good enough. So we protect ourselves by not even creating. And then the second way is while we're creating, we give ourselves judgments about what we're creating, which makes us fixate on details that don't even matter. And then we end up not finishing the project. This force pulling you towards procrastination is called resistance. Procrastination is not laziness, it's fear. 𝗬𝗢𝗚𝗏𝗧𝗜𝗡, the artist's way. Your thoughts are constantly trying to get you to stay inside your comfort zone. There's going to be some form of uncertainty, some form of difficulty, and probably some form of change. Outside your comfort zone is scary. It's different. It requires pain. Our brain has to work harder and use more resources to deal with the change. But also outside your comfort zone, where that pain is growth. So then it triggers another area of the brain, the area that deals with coping mechanisms. So we cope. We watch Netflix. We distract ourselves. We do what we've learned to do for many years. When things get hard, when there's a potential change, we cope. Action is the only way. It seems so simple. It seems stupidly simple. You're not going to grow sitting here doing nothing. There's one solution. And the one solution is to start creating. Start creating as early as possible. And I don't mean waking up, making your coffee, having breakfast, going for a walk, getting some exercise, meditating, and then doing something creative. No. I mean waking up, getting out of bed, grabbing a notebook, grabbing your pen, and writing. Whatever comes to mind. Just write until you can't write no more. Commit to 1 page every morning. Starting off your day with something that's strictly output sets the precedent for the rest of the day. You can just write random words or do a silly doodle. You can start creating literally anything because it's not about the creation itself. It's about changing your state from stillness to movement, creating momentum. Right. Inside your page, you might have written lyrics, you might have written a story. So once you've finished writing, ride the momentum into some art you care about. Then even when you start writing, resistance won't want you to finish. No way. Remember my video about flow? Yeah, this is the struggle zone. When you start writing, your mind is going to resist. And it's going to take the form of judgment. We go, oh, that line isn't that good. I don't like that lyric. The chord progression sucks, or I just don't like the song. We judge ourselves while we're creating it, so we don't finish the song. If you suddenly think that your song is bad, that doesn't mean your song is objectively bad. It just means that you had a thought that your song might be bad. To step back from that nagging narration in your head. Acknowledge that that narration isn't real. And you would be silly to believe everything that your mind tells you. If you do, your thoughts turn into your feelings, and your feelings turn into your action. You stop writing and resistance has won. You've only successfully triumphed against the resistance when the chords, the lyrics, and melody are done. When you finish the song, the perfectionism manifests in fixation on the details, when some of the details that you're fixated on don't really even matter. So you waste a bunch of time on those details. Time you could have spent on finishing the foundations of your song, writing new lyrics and expanding your arrangement, instead of focusing on one word that isn't quite right. One of the best ways to not let your perfection overtake your creative process is setting a deadline. Setting a deadline means you're going to have to release it, maybe even before you think it's ready. Jack Conte says he tries to release his videos when they're about 80% done, because the last 20% polishes away all of the rawness that makes it human and that makes it relatable to people. So setting a deadline means you might release it before you think it's ready, but you might release it when its connection to others is at an all-time high. Adding a consequence to the deadline can make the deadline even more serious. You could post on social media that you're going to do something, so then you actually have to do it. Resistance will try and stop you from starting and finishing. Resistance to starting requires you to stop stillness, take action and move. Create something, anything, first thing in the morning to give you early momentum. Resistance to finishing requires you to stop fixating on the details, be raw. Set a deadline and stick to it. Make yourself socially accountable and you will get it done. I don't want you to click on another video. I don't want you to do anything other than picking up your instrument, opening your notes app, and writing a song. If you do this, you could write the song that changes your whole life. So what are you waiting for? Get it done. Thanks for watching Reframe. I'm Rob. Bye for now.